Encore off. Imagine if I would have went for that. That would have been crazy. He gets the reflect up. See how much it still even does. It's in the sun. It's at +1. He just gets one-shotted. That is through a reflect even. It's crazy. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, Regulation F, VGC. We've got a really cool team today. This is a team around Gouging Fire. Gouging Fire is one of the brand new Paradox mons that we got with the Indigo Disc DLC. It's a Fire Dragon type, and it gets us a pretty solid move pool along with a really cool signature move and Burning Ball work. Haven't really used it up until this point, and this team that we're going to be featuring today was actually a really solid team built around it, so I kind of just wanted to feature this team just mainly because I haven't used Gouging Fire at all. I think it's a really, really good underrated mon right now. A lot of people are kind of sleeping on it as like at least for like one of the Paradox mons. Everybody's kind of using Raging Bolt, like Iron Crown, and a few of the other ones like Walking Wake, but not many people aren't really like using like Gouging Fire, so I wanted to feature in this. So I'm going to kind of break this team down real quick. This is actually a team by Mr. Pablo. I think this is actually one of the more, I wouldn't say like sweaty players, but I think like he's one of the people that goes to a lot of tournaments. This is one of his Portland 2 teams, or like Portland from Portland Regionals. I'm not sure if he actually brought this team. I think this is one of his testing teams from one of the teams he was possibly going to bring. So I don't know if this is the team he actually brought to Portland, or if it's just one of his other like testing teams that he was going to possibly bring. So if you guys want to use the rental code up in the corner, use the rental code. I'm going to break this team down for you guys real quick and then talk about like one or two other things, and then we're going to help in some games. So got the Choice Specs Fluttermane. I don't know any like of the EVs like sets on these either. I'm just going to kind of look at the EVs as in game as we go, but I'm assuming it's more of like a Portland type team. I'm assuming there's a lot of really like custom EV spreads for a lot of these mons to like check certain types of damage or check stuff. So the Specs Fluttermane is really standard with a Icy Wind Shadow Ball, kind of cool. The main star of this team is the Gouging Fire with the Clear Amulet to dodge the Intimidate, or like any speed lowering spam or anything like Icy Wind or Electro Web or anything like that. So got the Heat Crash. The Heat Crash does more damage because it's weight based. Gouging Fire is really high on the weight scale, so it does a lot of damage. You also got the Dragon Dance and the Dragon Claw for double stab. And then you got the Burning Ball work, which if you guys know what it does, it's pretty much a protect that if you hit into it, if they hit you with a contact type move, the person that actually touches it actually gets burned. So kind of like Silk Trap, but it's just instead of lowering its speed, the person that touched it gets burned. Got the Terra Poison, Landorus with kind of a really standard set. The substitute is mainly to dodge stuff like Spore and a few other things. Covert Cloak, Whimsicott, just kind of standard with Terra Water. The Sunny Day, the Encore is really good. Kind of one of the things I'm actually looking forward to using too, because I think this Whimsicott's going to put in some work. I got the Ogre Pond Wellspring, just your really standard set with the Follow Me, double stab. And then you got Stellar, Terra, or Shifu with the Focus Sash, which was kind of interesting as well. Stellar Terra is mainly just so you get the boost on either your close combat or your Sucker Punch, or even like a Wicked Blow, and it just hits really, really hard. Close combat's mainly stuff for like Incineroar. I think even when you're intimidated with the Stellar Terra boost, I think it one-shots, I think Incineroar or something I think I've seen, so, or it does a shit ton more damage to Incineroar depending on their build, so. Really solid team. If you guys want to use this team, rental code up in the corner, support the creator. I know I had somebody complain, if you guys missed one of my more recent videos, I had a video that I made around Blaziken. I made a team around Blaziken. I had somebody in the comments complaining that like out of a 50-minute video, I only had 2 matches out of like 3 games where the Blaziken was actually brought to a game. Like if you guys are gonna complain like about like if I make a video around a specific mon and they are not in the video, you guys gotta understand that pretty much what I do is I record for a certain amount of time, and I actually take the best games I get in that time and throw them into the video for you guys. So if Blaziken, for example, or like any other mon I do, is only featured like 1 out of a few games for like an entire session, and they're not in like every single game, that's mainly why. And it's also why I stress there's a rental code up in the corner. So for example, if I'm not able to find like enough games with Gouging Fire that are actually viable enough that I feel that are good enough for you guys to see in a video. That's why you guys can have the rental code. By all means, play the team yourself. If there's something you want to use on this team, and you're mad that because I'm not using it in like enough of the games during the video, please use the rental team yourself. It is really dumb. I don't know why somebody was mad about that. It was really stupid. So I think going forward, just kind of keep that in mind. But I'm gonna hop in some games with you guys. Let's kick it off. Hopefully we have some good matches with this team. All right, we're here with another game. Will my opponent rage quit for the third or fourth game in a row? I'm not sure which one you guys are seeing, but it is like my third or fourth game already. So, will we get a third rage quit tonight? We'll find out. My opponent has the Grimmsnarl, King Gambit, Amoonguss. It's pretty much size spam too, kind of. With the Hatterene, Ryu Nicholas, which is kind of cool, and then Ursaluna. So. I think the only shitty thing is I can't, like, encore the Grimmsnarl into doing stuff. I don't know, the Gouging Fire looks so good here, though. Gouging Fire looks so good. It looks really good here. I think Landorus looks really good as well. I think I'm going to bring the Urshifu. Urshifu looks really, really good. I think I bring Urshifu here. I think I lead Urshifu Flutter Mane is a really solid lead here, because his team's really slow. He's kind of relying on screens, and I can kind of break through that with crits. I'm going to bring the Gouging Fire in the back, mainly for the Amoonguss or the King Gambit. And I think I'll bring the Ogre Pawn in the back. I think that's what I'll bring here. If I were him, I would probably either bring the Amoonguss or Grimmsnarl, and then probably either the Ursaluna, and then either the Hatterene or the Ryu Nicholas. I think that's what he brings. I don't know if he brings King Gambit, seeing Landorus Eye in the team preview. Same with Gouging Fire and a few other things. I don't have any Intimidators either, so it doesn't get as much value. So he's with this. Enemy Within, that's a cool nickname. I like that nickname. What do I do here? I can go for Wicked Blow. He's forced to Terra if he wants to survive. I can also go for like either Specs Moonblast to try to just pretty much nuke the Grimmsnarl turn 1, or I can just try to get a spread move. Hopefully it does enough damage to get rid of the Hatterene. I think worst case scenario, he sets up Trick Room. I think that's the problem here. So I think I'm actually going to go for Dazzling Gleam on this turn. I think that's what I do. He has Reflect, so that shouldn't matter with the crit though, because it breaks through that. It just straight up one-shots Grimmsnarl. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't expect it was going to one-shot him. I guess I'm underestimating Specs Flutter Mane. I get rid of the Hatterene turn 1. Not even bad. Huge turn 1. Huge turn 1. Are we on the way to another person rage quitting on me? I'm not sure. That's really bad for them. Red Menace. That's a kind of cool nickname. He actually has the Ursaluna too, I'm surprised. And he has the Ryu Nicholas. Shiny Ryu Nicholas looks really cool. And I can go for Wicked Blow here. He's forced to Terra into like either Fairy or like some other normal type, I guess. I don't know. Normal type won't do anything, because it's a dark type move. But he's forced to go Fairy if he wants to live a move here. He can't protect, so I break through Protect. I'm locked into Dazzling Gleam, which kind of sucks. But I think I just stay in here and just try to do damage. He's gonna Protect on this turn to try to get his Guts boost, which he does. I don't know what the Ryu Nicholas even does. He's gonna you Protect, I break through that. I break through Protect, so you're dead. I'm pretty sure this one-shots you because it goes back past screens. Here's where we get the Rage Quit. I'm assuming he Rage Quits after this. Does he not know Unseen Fist exists? Goodbye, I get one-shotted. I don't know, I'm assuming he Rage Quits here. He's gonna either surrender or he Rage Quits. Because we are just fucking destroying him. We really are. This team, like, he has nothing for Urshifu Dark, and that's the main problem. My opponent, his team is just incredibly weak to Urshifu Dark. Like, even looking at his team in the preview, like, what does he have for this thing? I hit half his team with either, like, dark type move or like a fighting type move, and everything just falls over. So I don't know, but he's really weak to Urshifu Dark. Kind of an example of why it's kind of really, really good right now, kind of underrated. He's gonna Terra though, he's gonna go Terra normal probably. He might actually live this because Ursaluna's really bulky. I don't know what he really does to me in return though, apart from like the sod. Like that's still a 2-hit KO on him, that's crazy. That is crazy how much damage that does. If you guys want a definition of getting absolutely just fucking destroyed, this guy just got absolutely wrecked and sent back to the fucking trainer school. He had to take his bags and pack up and get sent back. Guy's been skipping one too many lessons. You gotta go back to the drawing board, bud. I think that's just kind of a problem with his team, though. His team is just so weak to Urshifu. Even to Flutter Mane, he has a kind of a really bad Flutter Mane weakness. It's mainly Specs Flutter Mane. His team is not good into, unless he gets Trick Room up. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, fun fact, y'all. I actually went against the guy, I got paired against the guy I just went against in the last match. I don't know if it'll be in this video or not, but like we destroyed him in like less than 5 minutes. And he saw that I got paired against him again, and he just rage quit and he just closed the game and left. So that's great. So that's 3 games in a row now. I don't know how many of you guys are going to see in this video, but at least 3 games in a row that I've had that people have either closed the game at some point or just rage quitted mid-match on me with this team. I think I'm going to call this team Gouging Fire, the team that makes everybody rage quit. I think that's what this video is going to be titled around. My opponent has a bunch of legendaries. That's great. Rhydon, Hydrapple, Clefairy, or I think that's Clefable, Great Tusk, Gliscor, and I'm not sure what that last one is. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen that thing in forever, so I forgot the name of it. What do I do here? I think I bring Landorus. Landorus looks incredibly good here. I think I bring Landorus Whimsicott, that way I can get Tailwind up. With Tailwind, I outspeed his entire team. I bring the Gouging Fire in the back, looks really good here, especially under Tailwind. And I think I bring it's either the Flutter Mane or the Urshifu here. I think I bring Flutter Mane. I think that's my last mon I bring. I think he brings Miraidon, and I think he brings the whatever that other legendary is. I forgot the name of it. Somebody's going to be in the comments, oh, it's this legendary, bro. It's the name of this. You guys got to bear with me. I don't play against a lot of the legendaries. Some of them I barely ever see, and I end up forgetting the names of them once in a while. I actually use Clefable and Gliscor, so that ain't too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so I have a few options here. I can go Terra Poison, but I think I just Sludge Bomb turn 1. If he wants to protect, I can lock him in to protect. So I'm just going to Tailwind here, I think. I want to see what he does. If he goes for some crazy shit, I can start encoring stuff. Sludge Bomb should do a shit ton of damage. I don't know if it'll one-shot the Clefable. It almost does. He has Ice Fang. Why wouldn't you go for Ice Fang on the Landorus? He would have killed me. He would have killed me, wow. I don't want to go Terra Poison though, because the Gliscor is here, and he might just hit me with a ground type move on the next turn. That's kind of the main problem. I don't know, I just go for Sludge Bomb here again though. If he wants to go for Ice Fang on me, that's fine. You can go for Ice Fang, I guess. Actually, I don't really want to lose the Landorus. Landorus is really good. The Landorus is really, really good here. I really want to keep it around. I'm going to go into the Gouging Fire this turn, I think. I'm going to go into the Gouging Fire, and then I'm going to Encore the Clefable into Calm Mind. I think that's my play here, because the Landorus is so good versus him. If he has Miraidon in the back, it pretty much walls the shit out of Miraidon. He can't hit me with any type of electric type move, so that's a huge plus. I can Encore this into Calm Mind, and that does nothing, because the Gouging Fire is a physical attacker, so... He has Crab Hammer. What the fuck is this guy running on his Gliscor? He is Toxic Orb, but he's running Ice Fang and Crab Hammer. Okay. What the fuck? I'm just gonna set up. I'm setting up a Dragon Dance, and then I'm gonna Encore him into Crab Hammer. That's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna try to set up to +2, and I'm gonna start sweeping. That's what I'm gonna do here. Crab Hammer does nothing. Like, that did like 20 damage. I don't even know if I even need to set up the +2. I can probably just get rid of something right away. Unfortunate thing though is just like I can't really like I can't encore him into like anything else because, or like I can't burn him because he's already poisoned. Is the main thing. That's kind of the only downside here. I can go for another Dragon Dance. I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go for another Dragon Dance. I can go try to get rid of the Clefable, but it's not really even that much of a threat to me. I just want damage on the Gliscor. I think that's my problem here. Because I can just encore into Calm Mind again on the next turn. It can't do anything to me, so. I set up the +2 here, and then I think I outspeed everything on his team, especially with Tailwind. Even if he has the Miraidon or whatever else he has. That does nothing. So he's running Spadef Gliscor. This thing's gonna probably get to +6, but like that's fine. Does he have Protect here though? Does he have Protect on Gliscor? I'm curious. I'm gonna go for Dragon Claw. It's at +2. It should at least do a shit ton of damage, and I'm just gonna encore the Clefable again. If he switches here into the Miraidon, I think that'd be a good play. He's gonna stay in, so I can just sit here and have this thing do nothing again. How much this does at +2? That doesn't do nearly enough. I thought it would do way more damage. So he's running a really bulky Gliscor. That's what he's running. He's running a shit ton of defense and even Spadef on this thing. That's why he's doing no damage though. He's just running full on bulk, but I don't know how that's really going to do for him. Encore's done. I just go for Dragon Claw again. I think Dragon Claw from this range gets rid of him. And then I can just Moonblast here. If he goes for Protect, I can encore him into Protect. If he switches, something's dead. So I think that's a good play here. Dragon Claw just gets rid of him. Get the special attack drop. That doesn't matter at all, though. If I really want to, I can just leave this Clefable here as long as I want to, because he's just sitting there Calm Minding over and over, and he doesn't want to switch out, so. He doesn't even have leftovers either. If he was getting recovery back, it would be kind of a problem, but doesn't really matter. I can kind of just double into the Miraidon here. If he's Terra Electric, that'd be kind of the worst case scenario, I think. But like, he's still gonna have to eat a Dragon Claw here, so. I think at +2 I should outspeed him, but just in case if I don't, and I kind of want to get the Sunny Day up, I really do, but just in case I don't, I'm going to go for Tailwind here. I think a Dragon Claw should kill him, though. He's not even going to Terra. You're dead. Unless you're Focus Sash, you're getting knocked back into next week, bud. Goodbye. Get out of here. You guys are here. If you guys are here for the Gouging Fire is here to put in work now. Solid showcase in this match so far, but this guy's kind of just letting me set up for free, though. He doesn't want to swap out, so like I can kind of just double into one of his Mons and kind of play that. Was it Eternatus is the name of this thing? Eternatus, that's what it was. Had a brain fart, that's why I didn't remember. You guys gotta bear with me, I don't use all the broken legendaries. I'm assuming this thing's gonna go for Terra. I don't know why he would save a Terra for whatever reason, and I think I just go for Sunny Day here. He is gonna Terra. What Terra are you? If you're Terra Poison, I think you're still dead, though. Or Terra Dragon. He's Terra Fairy. No! That is the worst one. I wish I would have went for Heat Crash. I didn't think he was gonna go Terra Fairy. I thought he was gonna go like, just like either Poison or even like Dragon. I didn't think he was gonna go for Terra Fairy. I get the +1 boost even. Man, I wish I went for Heat Crash. Oh, he goes after the Whimsicott, that's fine. That's fine, go ahead, take the Whimsicott out, that's fine. That's completely fine by me. Yeah, I thought he was gonna always go for Misty Explosion. How much does damage actually do? How much does it actually do to me? It actually kills me, it does a shit ton of damage to him too, though. He almost killed his own Mon with a move. Okay, that's fine. I've got Tailwind up, so like he has nothing that he can't outspeed me at all, so that's fine. I still win the game. Thanks for the Misty Explosion, bro. Made it even easier for me to win. I actually appreciate that. That was great. Speed boost. So there's actually a speed boost Flutter Mane if you guys use this team. In Sun, the speed boost actually is active with the Flutter Mane. I Sludge Bomb here. I Sludge Bomb. I can even Terra if I really want to, but I don't think there's even... It doesn't even really matter Terraing because I think he's dead 100 times over. So I just Moonblast. I don't want to save you guys the... I'll save you guys like the extra 30 seconds of an animation so we can hop into maybe 1 or 2 more games in this video. Not bad. Get absolutely destroyed. If you guys want to showcase the Gouging Fire, this is probably one of the best games I've had with it so far. Set up and destroyed like half his team. Granted, with a lot of support from the Whimsicott, but that's kind of what this team does. Not bad. Really solid showcase. Some really weird shit on the enemy team too, with like the Misty Explosion and a few other things. But see you guys in another game. Alright, we got another game. My opponent has like a really weird team. He has Rain on his team, but he also has a bunch of other really weird stuff. He has like half of a flying type team too, it's just kind of weird. He has the Grimmsnarl, Pelipper, Articuno, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Galarian, Moltres, and then he has the Raichu, so kind of a really weird team. I think the Gouging Fire looks really good here. Gouging Fire looks really good. I can actually lead Whimsicott Gouging Fire here. If he leads with the Pelipper, I can change the weather. If he brings the Ogerpon, I can stop the stun, I can still do some solid damage. I bring the Flutter Mane in the back, it looks ridiculously good versus him. I think I should bring Urshifu in the back as well here. Urshifu looks really, really good. I would bring Ogerpon, but the Articuno I think he's going to bring versus me just because I have Landorus Eye. And Ice typing versus me isn't really the worst. It only gets kind of checked by the Gouging Fire. So I think he will bring probably the Articuno. And if he has Freeze Dry, that'll be a problem. So that's kind of why I'm kind of just scared of bringing the Landorus or the Ogerpon. I guess if he has Rain too, I'll get spammed with like Hurricane and Water type moves. Granted, I'll probably outspeed him, but I think it's better off just bringing a few other things here, especially the Urshifu that kind of break through with screens with crits and that type of thing. If you guys are enjoying the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video, really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. I actually leave Pelipper and Grimmsnarl. He's Drizzle too, so I can get rid of his Rain on turn 1. I think that's going to be really, really good here. I have a few things I can do, like, do I set up on turn 1? I can set up here, but like if he goes for a water type move, that'd be kind of a problem because I'm still going to take a solid amount of damage. I'm Terra Grass on this thing too. I guess if I really want to Terra here, the only problem is I make myself weak to Hurricane. I don't know if he's going to go for that on this turn. I'm going to Heat Crash. I'm going to Heat Crash the Grimms. Actually, I'm going to go for the... I'm going to Dragon Dance here. I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance, and then I'm going to go for the Sunny Day. Change the weather. Oh, he has Fake Out. That's no good. Oh, it goes off the Whimsicott. That's fine. I don't care. So he has one turn where he doesn't have any screens up, so that's one less turn of screens. Plus I get my attack boost. Outspeed Pelipper, so he's running no speed. Oh, he actually has Tailwind. I mean, that's fine though. That's fine by me. So I got a free Dragon Dance up on this turn for free, pretty much. That's great. That's fine by me. And if he wants to set up the weather again, he's forced to switch here, so... You're going to be taking a +1 Heat Crash, and you're not going to want to do that. I'm just going to go for the Tailwind on my own turn here. I can actually go for, I can actually Encore him into Fake Out here, but I think he's going to switch out. Just try to reset his Rain. If he was smart, he would at least. I don't think he's going to stay in here, so I'm just going to go for my own Tailwind. He stays in. Oh, I could have got a huge Encore off. Imagine if I would have went for that. That would have been crazy. He has the reflect up. Let's see how much it still even does. It's in the sun. It's at +1. He just gets one-shotted. That is through a reflect even. It's crazy. Hurricane, that has reduced accuracy in the sun. That's why I kind of didn't want to Terra into a grass type, because he has Hurricane that can make me weak to a lot of damage. I wish I would have went for Encore though. That would have been a crazy play. I didn't think he was not going to stay in though. I thought he would switch out to try to reset the weather. I mean, like, looking at his team though, like, he doesn't really have much around rain. Like, the only stuff that can kind of take advantage of the rain is maybe the Raichu that has like Thunder and a few other things, and I guess Ogerpon. But I don't even know if he brought half of those. So assuming he brought Moltres, I don't even know if he has one of those. I'm not really even worried about the Pelipper. I'm just going to go for Heat Crash here. I'll Heat Crash. And then I'll Moonblast. I'm going to double into Moltres here. He's going to withdraw finally. So that's good for me. He does have Articuno, so no Ogerpon in the back either. No Raichu, so he did bring Articuno like I thought he was going to. I don't know, like, he's still in a really bad spot here. Like, even if he goes and tries to get his own weather back up, like, what is the Pelipper setting up rain? Like, what does that really do? Yeah, like, it doesn't really benefit on anything on his team. And that's the main problem he's going to have here. I can Heat Crash the Articuno, but he might protect on this turn. I think I just double into the Moltres. I think that's what I do here. If he wants to go into Pelipper, he's going to be taking a fuck ton of damage. I'm assuming he goes Terra here. If he goes Terra, he's going to go, like, Terra Poison or whatever he wants to do. I don't know what he has to one-shot the Gouging Fire from this range either. Ice Beam's not going to kill me. Unless he's like full-on Articuno with like choice specs. Opponent's in a tough spot. He's going to withdraw. He's going to go onto the Pelipper. So he's going to get his weather back up, but like I can just throw the weather back up anyways on the next turn, so that's fine. He's going to be taking a shit ton of damage still. I lose my +1 boost. He's actually going to go Terra on the Articuno. Are you Terra Fire? What Terra are you? He's Terra Water, so that's... I mean, that makes sense, but... I don't think that really does much for him in the long run, actually. Oh, I guess that does nothing. I guess that does nothing in the rain. That does nothing. Moonblast does more, actually. He actually has Hurricane. That's actually kind of bad now, though, because now I can't reset the weather. So he made a good play there, at least. I wish I would have went for Dragon Claw. I don't know, I didn't think he was going to switch out, though, because he should have switched to Pelipper early on in the match, too, and he never did. He waited like an extra 2 turns. I have a few options here. Being that he has the Moltres in the back, though, I think I keep the Flutter Mane in the back. I actually go into Urshifu here. I can still Terra as well if I really want to. I can go Stellar Terra or something. I'm at +1. I've got +1 Dragon Claw on lock. I think that gets rid of the Pelipper here. I've got Wicked Blow. I can go for Stellar Terra here too, which would be pretty good actually. I think I'm going to go Stellar Terra for Shifu. Go for Wicked Blow. See how much this actually does. You should have just straight up one-shot him. Like, if not much lands, like, leave this type of shit. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna say not much, well, not many stuff like lands on this type of stuff, but I realized that Wicked Blow is 100% accurate, so I guess it can't miss. Oh, he's gonna protect. Bad move, bad play. I don't know what it is, too. I've went against a few teams during this, like even, I don't know how many games you guys will see it, but a few of the matches, too, I've had people that protect on my face with that have Urshifu out, and like they protect and they just end up getting one shot in return. He lives, though. He lives, I'm surprised. And they just end up getting like one shot in return because they protect in the Urshifu's face and they forget about Unseen Fist. I don't know. Are people forgetting how Urshifu Dark works, or are they just used to Urshifu Rapid Strike? I'm not sure. I think Urshifu Dark is really slept on right now, though. A lot of people are not prepared for it at all. A lot of the games I've also had with this team, there are so many teams that like the Urshifu just puts in so much work by itself. The dark fighting typing is just so fucking good. People are not prepared for it right now at all. You guys want a really good Mon that's just kind of underrated. Not really bad at all, but just not being used right now currently. I think Urshifu Dark Strike, or Urshifu Dark version is really, really good. Not Dark Strike, but whatever you call it. Or Single Strike, I guess. I go for Dragon Claw here. I outspeed him, he's dead. I can go for close combat here as well, which I think I'm going to do. We're going to see how much it does with the Stellar Terra. He's going to double protect. Okay. What does that get you? Because you could have just died there if I would have went after you. See how much this actually does to the Moltres. I'm curious. I'm Sash too, so he can't one-shot me at all. It's a solid amount of damage. It brings him into Berserk though, unfortunately. I thought it'd do more damage, but... that tells me he's running a lot of defense. Or he's running really bulky Moltres. So if he's running fully offensive, I think that probably would have killed him. He has Hurricane. It's fine though. Goodbye. I'm like, this game's done still. I don't know what he has to. Oh, he gets the confusion. That's what he gets. That's what he gets to still try to win. I still think I go for Dragon Claw here. I'm gonna try to go for close combat again. If I can break through the confusion. I know it can't be too easy. I thought I had this match on lock. Can't be too easy. Get rid of the Articuno. Gouging Fire has just been sitting here the entire game, just doing damage. We got that free turner set up at the start of the game, and like he hasn't really even went after it at all for some reason. Just putting in a bunch of work, just sitting here, just doing consistent damage the entire game. I break through the confusion, but he actually lives. I get a low roll. That's bad. I guess technically it's not a low roll there because I forgot how Stellar Terra actually works. Oh, he goes after the Gouging Fire. That's fine. Oh, he just one-shots me. Never mind. I didn't think it was going to do that much damage because I forgot he's at +1. I guess technically the reason why I never killed there is because I never got the Stellar Terra boost, because it only works once per turn on or once per different type of move. So I only get like one boost for a dark type move and one boost for like the close combat, and it never procced there because I used it on the previous turn, so that's why I never killed. I kind of forgot about that, so. I just Moonblast here. I think he just surrenders. I don't know what he does. Oh, Sucker Punch. Yeah, he surrenders. Not bad. Really, really solid game. The Gouging Fire putting in a bunch of work. The Urshifu putting in a bunch of work again. This team's really good. I'm really liking this team. Got some really good stuff to say about this team towards the end when we talk about the team. Putting in a bunch of work. A lot of these games, like, I'm having some really fun games. So, I'll see you guys hopefully in one more game. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent, if you guys know at least when I'm recording this, I think it's the Kitakami, or like I forgot what it was. I don't know if it's the Kitakami epilogue or whatever it is, but like there's a 1 hour, like 1.5 hour, like end type thing to the DLC that adds a new mythical to the game called Pecharunt. That's what my opponent has. He has the Pecharunt, which is a brand new mythical, which we'll talk about a little bit once we get into the game. If he brings it, I'm assuming he probably will. He has the Sableye, Darkrai, Hatterene, Torkoal, and then Indeedee. So he has like Psy Spam alongside Dark Void garbage with Pecharunt. So that's kind of crazy. So what do I do here? What do I do? Pecharunt also has like, I think it's 160 defense. And it's all base 88s apart from defense. So I got to keep that in mind. I think he brings it here. I think he brings Darkrai, and I think he brings Pecharunt. And then probably either Hatterene or Indeedee, I'm assuming. I'm going to bring Urshifu here. I'm going to bring the Urshifu. I'm going to bring the Landorus. Actually, I think I lead Landorus. I'll bring Urshifu Landorus as a lead. It's solid into the Darkrai. Actually, I'm gonna bring Landorus. I'll bring Whimsicott. I'll bring Fluttermane. And I think I'll bring the Urshifu in the back. That's what I'll do. I'm running out of time. I gotta go quick, otherwise it'll choose for me. Maybe I should have let the Whimsicott alongside the Urshifu. Could have been good as well. That way I can just one-shot the Darkrai off the start if I really need to, or like one-shot the Indeedee or the Hatterene with something. So I don't know. We'll see what he brings. I'm assuming he's going to bring Pecharunt and probably Darkrai for sure. He does bring the Pecharunt, so... This is my first time going against Pecharunt, so we're gonna... Like, me and you guys are gonna be seeing Pecharunt for the first time. I've not played against it since it got added. This is a mon that is not gonna be legal, probably in, like, actual VGC, but, like, on the casual ladder, people are gonna be using it. I don't know, I just Earth Power. If he wants to go Terra Flying, like, go right ahead. But I just Earth Power here. If he goes for Follow Me, I guess I can't Encore him because of the terrain, but... I think I just go for Tailwind here. I think it's 88 speed, so I don't know if he actually outspeeds me, but... I think I'm gonna Moonblast here. I don't know if it really pays going for Tailwind. He goes for Follow Me. Unfortunately, because of the terrain, I can't actually Encore him into really anything. Does nothing because he has the boost from the Seed. I guess Poison... Pretty much what this thing does is it's going to set up Poison Gas. It has an ability... Oh, actually, Dodge. I get one Dodge. It has an ability to where if you poison somebody, you get confused with this Poison Puppeteer. So you're fighting the Poison plus the Confusion on the same turn. It's really annoying. I think it also has a move that doubles damage. It has a 50% chance to poison. I think it's double damage on a poison target. I think it's Malevolent Ring or some type of move. I'm not sure the exact name. We'll probably see it here in the next few turns. He'll probably has it on his moveset. I'm going to try to Earth Power again on the off chance he doesn't go for Poison Gas. I really want to Encore him into Poison Gas with this fucking terrain. So, yeah, props to my opponent for leading me in DD because he kind of fucked over my strategy. Just kind of being able to spam priority versus him. Of course I get confused. Of course I do. Of course. Oh, he has Hex. I live that, though. Skill Swap. So he took my Prankster, but then I got Psychic Terrain now, okay. What does that do for me, though? What does that do for you? Because, like, with the terrain being up, that shouldn't really matter. I don't know if that really does anything. I guess it affects the land risk because I'm not touching the ground. But, like, what does he have that's a Prankster move that can actually do anything? I don't know, I just Moonblast again. I Moonblast here again. He protects. That's good, though, because if I can outspeed here and actually break through the confusion, I can do some solid damage. If you guys don't know, too, Pecharunt's actually a Ghost Poison type. It's actually the same typing as, like, Gengar. Can I break through, please? Please break through. I do. How much damage is actually doing? Just straight up one-shots and get that thing out of here. Get it out of here. Goodbye. If you guys want to, if you're going against Pecharunt too, I can't talk. If you guys are going against Pecharunt, like, I think the one thing you gotta try to do is just, like, hit it on the special side, because it has 160 defense. It has 88 HP and, like, 160 defense, which is his highest stat. So if you're gonna try to hit on, like, the physical side, it's just gonna sit there and try to stall you with, like, poison damage and, like, confusion from its ability. So if you have anything, like, even hit it on, like, the special side, I think that's your best bet to go, and that's kind of what worked here. Granted, we got lucky with the confusion turn being pretty good, but kind of what we got going for us. Glad I brought the Landorus, though. I thought he was going to bring the Pecharunt. If he has Darkrai here, that's going to be a problem. He does. So he brought the two Mons I expected him to bring. Predicted that 100% correctly. I think he just goes for Follow Me here, actually. He goes for Follow Me. I think a Moonblast might kill him from this range. I'm going to Detect here, though. I'm going to Detect on this turn to try to get rid of the Indeedee. He might actually outspeed me. I forgot. He might actually outspeed me. I think Darkrai outspeeds Whimsicott. I think it's 124 speed. We'll see if he's max speed down. He might just be using like an in-game event Darkrai. I'm not sure. Oh, he's not. He's not. He's not using an in-game one. He's running full speed. Oh, I get the dodge, though. I get the dodge. So on this next turn, if I don't kill here, I don't. I'm forced to set up Tailwind. I'm forced to set it up. I want to go for close combat, I really do, but I'm forced to set up Tailwind here. Oh, I forgot I don't have Prankster anymore. He took my Prankster away. I get the dodge. I get the dodge on the Urshifu, but that's great. Forgot he took my Prankster away, so I don't have the speed for my status moves. I guess that's one thing that was good for. I guess he was looking in the future for that, I guess. He was like, oh, if this guy sets up Tailwind versus the Darkrai, I better take away his Prankster. So he can't do that, and I can outspeed him and put him to sleep. Still gonna be a really tough game though. It's gonna be, I think he just spams Dark Void and whatever else he has. He's gonna try to kill everything. The Peckish, who's this? This is the Sableye. What does this thing do? What are you gonna set up screens? Is that what this is gonna do to me? I mean, I have Flutter Mane in the back, which outspeeds Darkrai 100%, so like I'm not really too scared of it. I can just go for Wicked Blow here on the Sableye if I outspeed and I don't get put to sleep. I'm gonna Moonblast here. Like, he's really weak to Fairy. He has the gravity. Here we go with this fucking gravity shit again. Gravity, Dark Void, garbage. Oh, I'm getting put to sleep now. Can't have too much fun. Can't have too much fun. Can I wake up on turn 2 and get rid of this Darkrai, please? No, I don't. So the bad thing now, too, is he actually breaks my Focus Sash because of bad dreams. So that's really bad. Yeah, my Focus Sash gets broke. Oh, actually, yeah, he does break my Sash, so... I don't want this Darkrai out of here. I need the Darkrai gone. I want it out of here. Goodbye. I should be able to wake up here, though. It just depends on what moves he is actually running, because usually they run Dark Void, and I know they get Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb, Dark-type move, and then usually, like, the coverage move. Or, like, Nasty Plot or Protect, I'm assuming. He's just Terra Dark. He doesn't care. He's like, oh, they're already asleep. I can just Terra Dark in their face. Oh, he goes for Willow. What a dumbass. What? Oh, it doesn't affect me because I'm Dark-type either. Like, what? He can't do nothing versus me. I live that. That's a Terra boosted Dark Pulse, and I live. Okay. I mean, I don't really get anything out of this turn anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I think the only good thing is, though, like, the Sableye seems like it can't really do anything versus me. So that's the one positive I have going for me. I'm just going to close combat. If I wake up, I'm knocking this fucking Darkrai into the 5th dimension. I want it out of here. I don't know if I wake up too, I'll go for Moonblast. Oh, he has Encore. This Sableye legit has nothing to touch the Urshifu. Because I'm a Dark type, he can't do shit to me. He mustn't have, like, Dream Eater either. Because they usually like to run Dream Eater with this type of set. He must not have that. I mean, I guess that wouldn't affect the Urshifu anyways, because I'm a Dark type. So I guess he probably maybe does have it, but he can't go for it here, but... I have Flutter Mane. This thing should outspeed him. I'm not really even afraid of the Sableye. I just kind of want to get rid of the fucking Darkrai at this point. I really do. I'm going to keep on trying to close combat, and then I'm going to go for the Specs Dazzling... Actually, the Terra. Going for the Terra Specs Dazzling Gleam here. I will admit, though, this team, like, the majority of, like, these really fucking stupid, legendary, broken teams I've been going against, there's been a few games where I've went against them already. This team holds its own really, really well versus a lot of these really broken fucking teams with, like, Darkrai. Oh, he actually outspeeds me. That's no good. And he lands it, too. He lands it. That's no good. I thought I outspeed him. This Flutter Mane must not be max speed then. It must have some speed so you get the speed booster, but it's not max speed. He's probably Focus Sash. Yeah, he's Sash. He's Sash. I mean, I don't know what the Sableye has, though. He has Foul Play, okay? It does nothing. He can still win this, though. Like, he still has a chance to win here. It just comes down to if he's going for, like... If he goes for Dark Void here, or if he actually attacks me. If he attacks me, I Sucker Punch. I think that's what I do here. If he goes for a Dark Void, that's fine. I don't care. I can just go for Dazzling Gleam. Like, because the Sableye ain't doing shit versus me. The only thing that's actually doing damage on his team, he's gonna just waste his turn again. Okay? Like, he's forced to just either do damage with the Darkrai or, like, just put me to sleep. That's the only thing that can really do stuff on his side right now. Like, the Sableye doesn't do anything. And I get the first turn wake up. Wow. I bet he's pissed. Here comes the Rage Quit, y'all. Here comes the Rage Quit. I think he's gonna leave. Is he gonna leave? Are you closing the game and Rage Quitting, bud? I bet he's pissed. He's like, oh man, you got the first turn fucking wake up. Wow. If I were him there, though, I would actually just went for damage. I don't know what his other last two moves were. He had Dark Pulse and Dark Void there. I don't know if he had Protect or if he was just running coverage, but if I were him right there, I would just went for damage to try to get rid of the Urshifu and make it a 1v2. I think that was his best chance of trying to win. I will admit, though, like, as I was talking about before I got hacked out of my mind with another sleep, this team is, like, it holds its own versus a lot of these really sweaty teams. I went against a few teams like Miraidon as well, and it did really, really well and actually ended up winning versus a lot of those teams already. So this team actually holds its own versus a lot of stuff. I'm really satisfied with this team, and so let's talk a little bit about it before we end the video. As for this team, I think if you guys want a really, really good team, this is a really, really solid team. Like, my main stuff I really like about this team is I feel like I have a lot of options that just put in work. Funny enough, actually the thing that I did not bring that much was actually the Ogerpon, but I think that was mainly because I never really went against like any other Urshifus on the ladder. Like, I actually gratefully, because I didn't want to go against that thing at all. You never really do, but I never went against like any Urshifu Rapid Strike on the ladder. I just got really lucky with the matchmaking tonight. I never really went against that thing. Or like any like water types that would really require the Ogerpon redirection support, or like anything from the Ogerpon. So I think that's like the thing I brought the least. I think I only brought it like one game. And in the game I brought it, it didn't really do that much because my opponent didn't bring what I wanted him to bring, so. Apart from that, really solid team. Really like the Gouging Fire. I think if you guys are looking for a really, really good team around Gouging Fire, this is a really solid team. I would actually even take this team onto the ranked ladder for Master Ball tier. Or if you want a really good team to actually rank up to Master Ball tier, this is a really good candidate for like a really solid ranked team. Just grind the ranked Master Ball ladder, I think, in game at least. It's a really, really good team. You got some really solid options. The Urshifu, I think, is probably like the second star of this team alongside the Gouging Fire. Really underrated right now, and people are just not prepared for it at all. I had a lot of games where I just brought the Urshifu and it ends up like KOing like 2 or 3 mons on the enemy team, just because they legit had nothing to really counter the thing. And it like one-shot half the enemy team, and they just had nothing for it at all. They were not prepared for Urshifu Dark at all, so kind of a still incredibly good mon is just not being used at all for some reason right now. I think it will be used a lot more once people realize how good it is. You always have the Urshifu's kind of swapping like usability stats, because usually it's either Rapid Strike being the most common one, and sometimes you have to go back to the Dark type version, it'll rise in usage again, and then when something changes, then it'll go back to the other one. Right now it's just mainly Rapid Strike that's being used, at least that's what I've been seeing, so not really any like single strike being used. It's kind of fallen under the radar and not many people are prepared for it. Like the Whimsicott on this team has some really cool options. Encore is great. Sunny Day is really good to get the +1 boost on the Flutter Mane, and the Gouging Fire pairs really, really well. Specs Flutter Mane, this thing that hits like an absolute truck, especially with Terra Fairy. Really, really good late game cleaner. Even you can like lead with it if under like Tailwind, and it just does so much damage. You can get an easy one-shot turn 1 if something has nothing for it, so. And you got the Landorus Eye, which is always a huge threat as well. Just a really incredibly good mon right now. It's like another mon too. It's just really difficult for this team, like for like your opponents, like prepare for like the combo of Urshifu, Landorus, and then you also throw like a Gouging Fire and a Flutter Mane onto the same team, and it's just so difficult for your opponent to actually have checks for every single one of those. So they're gonna have some type of weak point for one of the mons that you usually bring, and usually out of those 4, it's usually either like the Landorus or the Urshifu, and sometimes the Gouging Fire or the Flutter Mane. They can't like counter or like have checks for every single one of them. I never even ran into like any teams that had like a check for like every single mon, like a combo of those 4. So, and you pair that alongside the Whimsicott just throwing up Tailwind and Sunny Days and all that type of shit, and like and encoring stuff in, and you got a really good combo going. And same with the Ogerpon being another really good redirection like supportive mon on this team. So really solid team. Probably one of my like one of the better teams I've played. I really do like this team. One of my favorite ones I've played with like some of the Paradox mons, especially Gouging Fire up until this point. So rental code up in the corner if you guys want to use it. If you guys want a really good team to grind through the tiers of ranks, I'm telling you guys, if you want a really good team to get from like Master Ball up into Master Ball tier, or like Ultra Ball, I mean, up into Master Ball tier, use this team. I think this team would be a really good candidate. Really solid team. Really, really good team, especially if you get good at playing it. I was getting really good at kind of adapting to the team and kind of getting really like zoned in with this team towards the end, and I was making some crazy plays, and it was doing really, really good. So apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in a future video. Got a bunch more stuff on the way you guys not want to miss. Peace out, everybody.